here today with David from Glasgow. David, can you tell us a bit about the centre and like your position here? What do you do? Like?
Sure. Well, our organisation's called Beetroot, and about 6 years ago I got involved with the organisation as we were awarded money by Children in Need to build a community recording studio. So I came in that capacity to help with sort of building it and coming up with equipment and the best way of approaching that. So we leased the room in this building where the studio's built. So we built that up, and then I was employed by Children in Need to work there.
Okay.
And kind of have been on and off since. I've basically worked here in the studio for 6 years, but the funding, most of it came from Children in Need, but we've had it from different sources.
Yeah, cool.
But the studio's been more than just the kind of thing of like, young people come in and just record their songs. Like I try and sort of assist them with songwriting and and production, and kind of see it's more a way of just engaging with young people rather than just like hit record. Do you know what I mean? Because there's the type of kind of old tired guy that works in a recording studio, and he's like, there you go guys, there's your CD. But no, it's been a great way for me to kind of engage with young people and get to know them, and it obviously can give them, because I've got a lot of history of playing, performing in the music industry as well, and I also work in commercial studios, so I can kind of give them good insights and good advice on all of that stuff.
What about in terms of like artist development? Suppose somebody came through and they made like a cracking tune, what you think this tune has got good potential, like how do you unleash that further with them? Like? Yeah,
well, I mean, part of it's just giving them advice on how to sort of be autonomous, and like it's not, I wouldn't tell them, right, send this to labels, because it's not really like that anymore. It's like, and it doesn't even need to be. The way I try and encourage artists to say, look, you can do most of this yourself, with the right guidance, and make sure you're working with the right people. So I would tell them the best people to get in touch with in Glasgow, because there's a lot of sharks out there trying to take money off people for playing gigs and all that. So try and help them to avoid that, and also help them set up with like Facebook, Bandcamp, and all that, and just get let them know that they can do this, and they can actually make money themselves. They don't have to be given a cut to someone else, and they can feed that back in and all that. So we just try and support and advise really, and tell them the right people to go to.
That's brilliant. So in terms of Peace Mix, like how important do you think Peace Mix is to the people of Glasgow? Because basically the projects are around to help the kids who are on the street, who are suffering, and it's a way for them to like express themselves. So how important do you think that is to like the youth of Glasgow?
I think like just recording and music in general is a very, very good way of kind of expressing yourself and also bringing people together, because like it tends to be when people kind of come into our building and use our facility that it doesn't matter what end they've come from. Do you know what I mean? Once they're in here, everyone's doing the same thing, and that's fine. So breaks down barriers and all that. And I think like Peace Mix, the idea of it is sort of embodies that perfectly, and it's on a kind of national scale. So in essence, a lot of like-minded and unlike-minded people are actually collaborating, as well. So that's a very
everybody's
cool
getting a voice, and it's excellent.
And I think it's a very good idea, and probably something that is, rather than a one-off, this should be maybe seen as just a pilot. It's just something that should be done every year. And I think
well, we're definitely going to make a legacy on the back of this. Basically, this is just the starting stone, because on the back of this, I told you I've come now. On the back of this, we're going to try and bring out like a Peace Mix mixtape where we're going to keep in contact with all the artists that we meet around the country, and compile them all together to do a song or a song. Like, suppose your song, I would want like 4 tunes from 4 of your artists. Do you know what I mean? To go on the Peace Mix mixtape. Do you know what I mean? And on the back of that, then we're gonna start a tour, and like so all of us are gonna start trying touring all the cities. So it's the start of something great, it's a way of expressing, it's a way of bringing people together, so definitely. Well, Dave, it's been excellent talking to you and that, mate.
Absolutely, thanks
I'll catch up with you in a day, alright, mate?
Sure,
all right,
cheers.
Nice.